Or do I just do type parameter is going to be used with a function trait? Oh, sorry. I think I need that. And then maybe I need that. Maybe I need that. One of these will be right. Hey everybody, welcome back. This is video 5 in my little series, Adventures in Rust, getting ready for Advent of Code 2025. In these videos, I'm doing just kind of warm-up exercises. I'm doing the 2016 puzzles, which I haven't looked at before. And if you watch my last video, you'll realize that I don't know my left from my right or my north from my south, which is quite difficult when you're doing a puzzle where direction is quite an important factor. Anywho, we got there in the end, and the correct answer was 253. So in this video, we're going to be having a look at part 2, where there is a bit of a twist. So you notice the instructions continue on the back of the recruiting document. So Easter Bunny headquarters is actually at the first location you visit twice. And then we get some new test input and an expected output. So this could mean the first location you visit twice. That could mean at least 2 things in my brain. So it could mean like, so my solution was to keep a struct of X and Y in the direction we were moving in, so I could turn and then move a number of blocks. So is it the first time well, 2 things. It could be the first time I intersect where I've been, or it could mean the second time I hit the same kind of end of each move. I'm guessing it's the first. So I think what I need to do, actually, I might restructure things a little bit. So in the last, going off on a tangent, I've been playing around with how I'm going to set up for like day 1 and day 2. So I think what I'm going to do actually is add a bin directory here, and then I'm gonna and then let me think how I do this. So mark it, and then that didn't work. No, all I've done is I've marked the source directory. So I want to move that to there. Okay, that worked. So now I have bin, and then I'm going to rename this file to part 1. And then I'm going to copy it for part 2. But firstly, I'm going to rename. I'm going to go back to using. I'm going to go back to using run rather than part 1, part 2, so I don't have to change it each time. So yeah, kind of going back on what I said previously. So let's fix that by doing that. So that's now good, I think. So what I'll do is I'll do a commit here. We'll just pop that and that move binaries into bin directory. And this way it will mean that I can have like each of my days in a bin directory, or the binaries for each of my days, each day's puzzle in a bin directory, and I can then just copy pasta. So copy. I'm going to call this part 2. Yeah, and then we can just go ahead and modify this, I think. So I could run, let's see if I can run cargo bin part 2. That work? Oh, the include string will be up another directory, so I'll need to fix that. Should have done that before I copied the file. Never mind. Yeah, okay, so that's all good. We're back where we started. I'll fix part 1 and just make a commit for that in a minute. So what I'm going to do then for this, I think, is have a visited property, which will be a vet of option, and that will be I32, I32. So I'm going to push my coordinates into this visited, and then I can check whether I've arrived each time, I think. So down here, I'll need to do visited, and then we use the vec macro, which I think is something like that to, I think that might be that. That's better. So this creates a new vec and sticks our starting location in there, which we know is 0, 0. So all this is good to stay. And then what I'll do is I'll map until I get, yeah, so let's go up here and let's, at the end of my move function, let's have that return an option, and that will be a, do I need to put I32 here? Or do I just put that is a tuple? Or do I just do type parameters going to be used with a function trait? Oh, sorry. I think I need that. And then maybe I need that. Maybe I need that. One of these will be right. Expected option I32 is return type. Yeah, okay. And then I think that will resolve when I return a, where do I need to put it? I think it's here. We'll check in a minute. So this will be a sum, and it will be self.x.self.y, and that is a tuple. So let's fix that. Okay, and then, yeah, okay, do I not need those? Okay, that's happy. So then I can do jumping up and down a fair bit here, but I can do map while. Take that off as there. All right, and we'll go back up to here. So all my turning is fine. My, where I receive my left and my right and my change direction. So that's all good. I'm going to leave that exactly as it is. But here we need to do something different. So it's going to look. mm, we're going to want to do something like. I'm going to need a 4. Whoop, for 0 to distance. We will do, yeah, and then we'll do, and then we'll increment this. What have I done wrong here? No, how do you do a for loop? Does this need to be, I have forgotten so much. Okay, that was what was missing. So we're gonna loop, and this is going to be very inefficient, but I just want to get the answer to the second gold star without making too many mistakes, hopefully. Oh, yes, I'll need to update the tests as well because we have some new test input and expected output. So I'll do that in a second, but let's just see if we can figure this out. So we're going to increment that. And then if self visited dot contains, then we're going to borrow self.x, self.y. Oh, and we will return none. Else we want to push self.x, self.y. So we keep track of where we've been, essentially. And this is messy because we're going to need to do the same thing for each of the arms of this match. But with paying attention to, so east, we're going in a heading that's going to be X, isn't that? And then let's do, I think it will be, oh, yeah, we don't want, messed that up a little bit there. And now we're going south, so that's again on the y-axis, but we are heading down, so we'll do that. And then here, right, we've extra one of them. and then we are back on the west, heading west. So we'll replace that with X and that with that. Direction west, syntax error, semicolon, da da da. I missed a, yeah. Nope, something wrong here. Okay, yeah. All right. So let's go down and sort the tests out. And what I'll do, I think, is I will get rid of all of, well, no, I will say, let's have a test for twice, which is going to assert that we get the value 4 back. And we want here R8, R4, R4, and R8. Right, let's give the test a spin. So did I not save the file? Oh no, I left all the tests in. Yeah, well, the other test passed, but that's importantly, this one passed. Let's try that again. The one test. Okay. So the test passed, but that's a very simple bit of input, isn't it? Let's run it. Let's just go for it. Try and make a shorter video this time because the last one was quite long. 126. What are we reckoning? Just before I put it in, let's go back. Check. So Y positive, X positive. So we're moving along. So we're moving up, moving along, moving down, and moving back that way. We're pushing the values on visited. We're returning. If we want it to continue, we're returning some and returning our current position. And then if we arrive, we are returning none. Yeah, if we arrive at a location that we've already visited, we'll return none. All right. What did I get? 126. Here we go. Submit. Get in.